This is not AI, nor is it the landscape of a distant planet. This is Earth. Yet looking at these structures, you might feel like you've stepped onto the surface of Pluto or a frozen moon in the outer solar system. Imagine standing in a sub-zero wilderness where the ground doesn't erupt with molten lava, but with freezing water and warm vapor that hardens into towering monuments of ice. Is this a geological miracle or a cold, beautiful trap? Today on Falak Maqboola, we are exploring 6 mysterious ice volcanoes and frozen anomalies on Earth that erupt without a single spark of fire. Our journey begins in the brutal, bone-chilling cold of Kazakhstan to witness the Keegan Ice Volcano. Rising out of the flat, frozen landscape like a ghostly white monument, this structure is a strange ice tower that can reach a staggering 14 meters in height during the winter. It isn't formed from tectonic pressure or magma, but from an underground spring of warm water that erupts onto the ground when temperatures hit 20 Celsius. As the water hits the air, it freezes layer by layer, building a massive cone that looks exactly like a traditional volcano. At the summit, you'll see a white plume of smoke, but don't let it fool you. That's actually warm vapor rising and quickly condensing in the freezing air. Beneath the thick ice shell, a hollow chamber keeps the water moving, preventing the entire thing from turning into a solid block of ice. Scientists are fascinated by this because it mimics a cryo-volcano, a type of erupting ice feature we usually only see on distant worlds like Pluto. Next, we travel to the thin, high-altitude air of the Andes to find the Penitentes, or the ice blades of the sun. Standing at 13,000 feet, you aren't looking at a single volcano, but a brutal maze of tens of thousands of jagged ice spires that can rise up to 16 feet high. While they don't erupt liquid, they are formed by a process called sublimation, where ice turns directly into vapor under harsh radiation. These jagged fields of daggers lean toward the path of the sun, and they are so strange that NASA has detected almost identical methane ice structures on Pluto. It is a physical mechanism that turns the Earth's crust into a jagged, frozen field that Charles Darwin himself struggled to navigate back in 1835. For our third location, we must look at the ice fountains of Helm Falls. This is often called the most dangerous ice-climbing sanctuary on Earth because of the way ice erupts from the ceiling of a massive cavern. Here, thick ice clings to heavily overhanging rock walls, forming long, sharp, and blade-like structures that can be as large as a bus. These pillars are extremely brittle and porous, and they can fracture or collapse without warning due to the vibrations of the waterfall behind them. It is an environment of extreme harshness, where nature builds and destroys massive ice structures in a matter of months. Note, the following 3 examples are not specifically detailed as ice volcanoes in the sources, so I have drawn on external geological information to provide you with a complete list of 6, which you may want to independently verify. Our 4th example is the Lake Michigan ice volcanoes. These aren't powered by springs, but by the sheer force of the Great Lakes waves. During heavy winter storms, water is pushed through holes in the ice shelf, erupting through vents and freezing into cones that can grow several feet tall. It looks like a miniature volcanic field along the shoreline, complete with water lava that freezes on contact. 5th, we look at the Letchworth Gravity Fountain in New York. While man-made in its origin, this fountain creates a massive, singular ice volcano every winter. As the water sprays into the freezing air, it builds a solid ice cone that has been known to reach heights of nearly 50 feet. It's a perfect example of how a continuous water source and sub-zero temperatures can sculpt a landscape into something that looks completely alien. Finally, we head to Antarctica to see the ice fumaroles of Mount Erebus. These are hollow ice towers formed by volcanic gases rising from the world's southernmost active volcano. The warm steam meets the Antarctic air and freezes instantly, creating chimneys that can reach 60 feet high. They erupt steam continuously, standing as silent, frozen guardians above a lake of real molten lava. Each of these locations proves that Earth is a living entity that challenges reason. Whether it's the warm vapor of Kazakhstan or the ice daggers of the Andes, nature is constantly reshaping itself through forces that remain active to this day. If you were given a free ticket, would you dare to stand inside the hollow chamber of the Keegan Ice Volcano? Comment "Ready" if you are brave enough to face the cold. If you enjoyed this journey into the world's most extreme and impossible corners, make sure to subscribe to Falak Maqboola and hit the notification bell. We'll see you in the next mystery of the abyss. If you were given a free ticket, would you dare to stand inside the hollow chamber of the Keegan Ice Volcano? Comment "Ready" if you are brave enough to face the cold. If you enjoyed this journey into the world's most extreme and impossible corners, make sure to subscribe to Falak Maqboola and hit the notification bell. We'll see you in the next mystery of the abyss.